15 seconds left.
So everybody pretty well spaced out now, all racing on their own clock. Inside of 10 seconds. Time on the master clock has expired. Keep racing till she calls you done. Everybody keep racing.
Graydon Edwards done.
Rigsby, the first one done. Edwards done.
Scott Hafner done.
Hafner done. Waiting on Kennedy and Gray. We got two live.
Ryan Kennedy done.
And here's Gray.
All drivers
Graydon
are finished.
setting the early TQ. 18.401 to Hafner's 18.410.
The race is completed.
Sportsman, Heat 2.
Roger Francis. Woody Arthur. Brent Edwards. Eric Rosen.
Stadium truck. You guys are on deck. If you're back-to-back stadium truck and then trophy truck, please be prepared. Bring both your cars. We're not making excuses tonight. You've all been doing this long enough. You can figure it out. Willie Madden, get it checked in, buddy. No more speed, no more laps. No speed, no laps. Line them up. Just take it over the line and straight back to the top of the grid, Willie.
Jeff got me signed up for 17.5. Should I just drop into there was 6, 6, and 7.
Willie Madden.
Let me get this. All right, let me get this started, and then we. Okay, Arthur, Rosen, Madden, Bruckbauer, Edwards, and Francis. So with Arthur on the tone. Rosen, Madden, Bruckbauer, Edwards, Francis. Settle down, Francis. Okay. The question is...
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Eric Rosen, and Woody Arthur.
Drivers.
Yes, 7 or 8, 6 and 6. I'll jump into one of those.
Well, I'm dropping into one also.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So, which one has the least drivers?
The second heat.
So you go in the second one, and I'll go in the first one, and then it's going to go to 8 and 7. But I'll go first. I don't mind. I don't mind being in the bigger.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Woody Arthur, and Eric Rosen.
Okay, Madden leading us around. Fast lap of a 12.9. She is on a new TQ. So our running order, Madden, Arthur, Edwards, Bruckbauer, Rosen, and Francis. Willie Madden.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Willie Madden, Brent Edwards, and Eric Rosen.
Where is the thing? There it is. So Madden running around now in the 4 overall. Eric Rosen in the 5 overall. Eric to the point in this one. Then Edwards, Madden, Bruckbauer, Arthur, and Francis.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes,
Gonna be some tight racing in Sportsman Buggy tonight.
Edwards and Willie Madden.
Rosen, Edwards, Madden, all right next to each other on the clock. So right now the battle, 1, 2, and 3, just over a second between them. Work together, gentlemen. I don't know the colors of all your... Oh, tragedy. Was that the leader? Oh, no. Put it. You got to put it back together. That there is some tough luck for, oh, that was Woody. Woody got jumped on. That's the worst. So let's see, Rosen goes by, and I miss
1
him,
minute
so I
left.
still
3
don't know what
minutes, 1
color his
second.
car
The
is.
top drivers are Eric Rosen, Brent Edwards, and Willie Madden.
Oh,
seconds
this is a
left.
busy heat. Edwards to the point, then Madden and Rosen. Edwards, the big mover, up to 3 overall. Willie hanging on to the 5. Work together on the straightaway, gentlemen. Work together.
30
Be
seconds
polite.
left. 3 minutes 31 seconds. The top drivers are
I
Willie Madden,
apologize. I
Brent
still haven't
Edwards,
figured out
and
the
Eric
colors of
Rosen.
all your cars. Caution going on the straight. Caution going on the straight. That's clear.
15 seconds left.
So your leader, Willie Madden, 3 overall. Willie is going to be driving a silver green car, followed by Edwards. Time on the match clock has expired. Everybody keep racing. Caution entering the straightaway. That's clear. Everybody's still live. Everybody's still live.
Hard attack done.
Cross the
Brent
line, you will
Edwards
be
done.
done. Bruckbauer, Edwards,
Rosen
Rosen done.
Woody
Arthur done. Waiting on Madden,
Roger
and
Francis
there
done.
it is.
All drivers are
So
finished.
Willie puts himself
Willie
3
Madden done.
overall. Edwards 5. Cars down at the far end of the stand, directly back out to Marshall.
The race is completed.
$13.5 stadium truck. Ooh, this is a solid heat of drivers right here. This should be some fun racing. Still don't understand
Vince
these
Lim.
stadium trucks. They honestly are the silliest thing
Zach Marson
ever in the
Kiewicz.
history of
Fearless leader.
automobiles.
Dan Jefferson.
It's just
Daniel
foolishness.
Matz. Jeff Phelps.
Somebody put a school bus
Brian
on
Matz.
the track, right? If you're going to have these big tire monster truck looking things. All right. Everybody's checked in. No more speed, no more laps. Straightaway is closed. Straight's closed. Starting order is going to be Phelps, Lamaco, Matz, Marcinkowiczek. Markin. Yeah, that's going to be Zach. Foch, Matz, and Jeppesen. It's always that one guy with the last name that ruins it. Phelps on the tone. I'll call the rest of you out. Lamaco, Matz, Zach, Foch, Matz, and Jeppesen. There are 2 Matz in this race. That's my bad. I'll get that one next time. You guys figured it out. Something tells me those 2 will work it out in the pits. Work together. If somebody faster comes up on you, let them go by. You're on your own clock. You're racing with yourself. Caution
After 30
after Karen.
seconds,
Stay a little
the top
high at the hip
drivers are
after
Jeff
Karen. That's
Phelps,
clear.
Dan Jefferson, and Fearless
Caution
leader.
going on the straight. That's clear. So Jeff Phelps probably driving a, oh, it's not fluorescent. Let's see. It is white blue with fluorescent yellow wheels. In the point, Fearless leader in the 2. That's going to be pink front, yellow rear, followed by Jeppesen will be yellow front, white rear, followed by Lamaco. That's going to be purple flow, orange.
After 3 1 minutes minute left. The top drivers are Jeff
So
Phelps,
right now,
Fearless leader,
Jeppesen
and
works his
Dan
way up to the
Jefferson.
2, so it's less than a second between Phelps, Jeppesen, and Foch. Matz and Matz separated by less than a second. Lamaco bobbles, send himself a little further down the order. He's just got to clean it up. He knows what to do. He'll be right there in the next one. So Daniel following Fearless leader bobbles.
After 1 minute 31 seconds.
Let's see.
The top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Fearless leader.
So Jeppesen closing the gap to Phelps less than a second now. So your leader over the first table, past Chad, over the corner hip. working his way around
2
Karen,
minutes
coming
left.
up
After 2
up
minutes,
on the
1
back
second.
of Foch.
The top drivers are Jeff
Jeppesen
Phelps,
goes by
Dan
with a
Jeppesen,
12-1.
and Fearless Leader.
Jeppesen goes by with a 12-1. Not enough, because Phelps goes by with an 11-6. New fast lap of the race. Jeff Phelps not here to play. Don't listen to me say your name, Jeff Phelps. You're supposed to be driving that car. My job is to say words into the microphone. Your job is to drive around corners.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers
So
are
the
Jeff
gap between
Phelps,
1 and
Dan
2 up to
Jeppesen, and Fearless
4.2
Leader.
now after the bobble out of Jeppesen. Fearless Leader closing the gap to Daniel, so they are nose to tail down the straight. That's a battle for a position on the grid. Brian Matz, I think that's going to be white pink in the 4. New fast out of Jeppesen, 11.7.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jeff
Getting
Phelps,
towed
Dan
around
Jeppesen,
by
and
Phelps
Fearless
right now,
Leader.
still 4 seconds behind him on the clock. Fearless Leader, another 4 seconds back from that.
45 seconds left.
You heard the lady, 45 seconds to work. Jeppesen goes by with his new fast and the fast of the race, 11.6 with a 4.5. Phelps bobbles. So Jeppesen gets a chunk of it back,
30
turns
seconds
it
left.
into
After
a
3 minutes, 31
1.4
seconds,
second
the top drivers are
deficit
Jeff Phelps,
with
Dan
30
Jeppesen,
seconds on the
and
clock.
Fearless
And then
Leader.
Phelps gets tragedy in traffic. Sorry, Jeff Phelps. I was looking at the clock, not at the traffic. So
15 seconds left.
Daniel should take over the point after this one. He does. Solid 5-second buffer after that difficult lap for Phelps. Fearless Leader hanging on to the 3. Brian and Daniel
Jeff Phelps
Mattis
done.
battling. Time on the master clock has expired.
Zach
Phelps the only
Marcinkiewicz
one
done.
done. Zach
Fearless
done.
Leader done.
Fearless Leader done.
Daniel
Daniel
Matz done.
done.
Brian Matz
Brian
done.
and Lamaka done. Waiting
Vince Lim
on
done. All drivers are
your
finished.
TQ
Dan Jeppesen done.
24.05 out of Jeppesen, followed by a 19.4 flat out of Phelps. 19.402 out of Fearless Leader. Cars down to the far end of the stand.
The race is completed.
Straight back out to Marshall. Heat 1, 2 heats of Chortle course. Unheard of.
Josh Cody, Graydon Edwards, Carlo D, Rob Hunter, James Paulson.
About 100
Vince
years
Lim.
ago when Traxxas introduced these things, it was standing room only on Chortle course night. Bone stock, I think you were allowed to run a LiPo and an aftermarket radio, and that was it. Oh, no, and you're allowed to run the RPM hub because the stock hub always broke. Okay, no more speed, no more laps. Line them up. Paulson, Lamako, Cody, Edwards, Hunter, and D. We got our marshals. All right. Paulson on the tone. I'll call the rest of you out. Lamako, Cody, Edwards, Hunter, DY, Carlo the Disco Kid with the coolest body on the track for sure. Good enough. So Lamako straight to the point, followed by Cody, D, Hunter, Edwards, and Paulson.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Josh Cody, and Carlo D.
James Paulson, relatively new to this class, running the X-Ray, the custom battery mount. James Paulson got
After
his
1 minute
Precision
left, top
Machine
drivers are Vince Lim,
7075
Josh Cody,
aluminum
and James
chassis in the
Paulson.
mail from X-Ray. Promptly put it on the drill press, ground 2 holes in the bottom of it. Lamaco, Cody, D, Edwards, Hunter, and Paulson, your running order. Lamaco set in the early TQ, 19.408. Then Josh Cody, 18.406. Carlo with a fast lap of a 14.0 the last time by. He's on a 17.404.
After
Fast
1
lap
minute,
of the
30
race,
seconds,
12.8
the top
out of
drivers are
Lamaco.
Josh Cody, Vince
So
Lim,
Vince
and Carlo
Lamaco's
D.
faster with a chortle course than I am with a stock buggy. That's not disappointing. Carlo goes by with his fast 13.8. 13.3 out of Cody. 13.2 out of Paulson, up to the 2 now. So 1 and 2 in a battle for the
2 minutes after 2 minutes 1 second.
That's
the top
Cody
drivers are
and
Vince Lim,
Lamaco.
Josh Cody, and James Paulson.
Then Paulson and D in a battle for the 3. So your leader is going to be the purple Flow Orange going up over the roller and down the straightaway, followed by Josh Cody. I think he's the all orange with white rears. Paulson will be a white front, blue rear with some fluorescent
After 2
orange,
minutes,
yellow
31
highlights.
seconds, the top
That's going to be
drivers
your
are
3
Vince
car
Lim,
down the
Josh
straightaway.
Cody,
He
and
goes.
James Paulson.
And then Carlo will be the Tacoma body. Oh, your number 2 car gets it wrong and then some. Wait, is that the... That was our number 2 car. So Paulson up to the 2 after Cody's
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1
crash,
second.
and
The top
D
drivers are
battling
Vince Lim,
for the
James
3
Paulson,
now with
and Josh
just under
Cody.
a minute left. Lamaco with a 4.9 second lead over Paulson. Paulson with the hammer down, trying to
45
reel him in,
seconds
making
left.
that X-ray work. Modified X-ray. Custom. That there's one of them custom X-rays. It's got the ultra-fast roll center.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, James Paulson, and Josh Cody.
Heat 2 at Chortle course. You guys should be getting ready
15
for
seconds
action.
left.
So the battle right now is still Josh and Carlo. Time on the master clock has expired. Everyone keep
Vince Lim
racing. Lamaco, the only one done.
Braden
Lamaco
Edwards
gets
done.
caught.
Carlo D. done.
Cross the
Rob Hunter
line, you
done.
will be done. Waiting
James
on Cody.
Paulson done.
Lamaco with the early TQ.
All drivers are finished.
18.4 flat
Josh
to
Cody done.
Paulson's 18.410. Cody 18.411. That's the time to beat, gentlemen.
The race is completed. Roger Francis. Adam Gray. Mud Flap.
Daniel and Brian is Mattis.
Oh, Mattis. Okay.
Yeah, we are racing together. So.
Sorry about that.
Chad Kramer.
All right, looking for check from Wynn and looking for a check from Mike and Zach. Mike and Zach across the line. Zach's on his way up.
Tail Whip.
And then Fearless Leader, if I can get you or Junior to call the race.
Zach Marcinkiewicz.
All right. No more speed, no more laps. Straightaways closed. No speed, no laps. Straights closed. Starting order will be Gray, Francis, Kramer, Connolly, Wynn, and Zach. Going to back you up from the line a little bit. One more time. Gray, Francis, Kramer, Connolly, Wynn, and Zach. On the fourth tone with Gray. Francis, Kramer, Connolly, Wynn, and Zach. Cars going down the straightaway, cars going around corners, cars going over jumps. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Lots of time, lots of space, no excuses.
After 30 seconds,
Mike,
the top drivers are Tail Whip, Mud Flap, and Chad Kramer.
Followed by Kramer 13-3, Connolly 13-2, 14-3 out of Zach.
It's only 61 today.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Mud Flap, and Chad Kramer.
All right. We
After
got
1
Mike
minute
Wynn
30 seconds, the top
in the
drivers are Tail
one.
Whip,
Now
Mud
Alexander
Flap,
to the one
and Chad
now.
Kramer.
Just barely beating Vince's time. Corner, corner, corner. Are you guys cornering or are you pre-staging? What's going on?
After
We need a
2
corner
minutes,
over here, guys.
the top drivers are Chad Kramer, Tail Whip, and Mud Flap.
So Chad Kramer in the one. Now Mike to the one. This is lap attack here. The top three are separated by 0.4 seconds. Mike Wynn on a new TQ. Just barely. Oh no, Alexander flips
After
it
2
and
minutes
Mike runs
31
into him.
seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Mud
So
Flap,
that'll probably
and Chad
put Kramer
Kramer.
out front. I don't know. So now Chad Kramer in the one. Everybody's with that. No one can get a 19-lap run. Everybody's at 18.40.
1 minute
I think
left.
we found the
After
class
3
that
minutes,
Chad
1
Kramer's
second,
good at.
the top drivers are
Short
Chad
course.
Kramer, Tail Whip, and Mud Flap.
Who knew? He's running Phelps' truck, though, so it should be good. I've never seen a Phelps car that
45
doesn't
seconds
work.
left.
So the TQ right now is the gold, white with yellow wheels.
30 seconds left.
I think
After
he's
3
coming
minutes
up.
32
There you
seconds,
go. That's the way to
the
do
top
it.
drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Mud Flap.
So Chad Kramer fell off now, the TQ, but he's sitting second overall. 18.403, Vince at 18 flat.
15 seconds left.
Whoa! Whoa! Everybody's rolling over.
Roger Francis done.
Roger's the only one done.
Chad Kramer
Everybody else
done.
keep going.
Adam Gray done. Tail Whip done. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. All drivers are finished.
All right.
Mud Flap done.
Stock
The race
buggy's
is
up.
completed.
So this is the one that Clay, are you ready to go? You gonna go in the second one? Okay.
Chris Morrison. Todd Murray.
You're not in this one.
Ryan Johnson. Terry Brown. Dan
See where you're
Jefferson.
at.
Rob Hunter.
Waiting for Alexander to check in. It's okay. Okay, cool. Waiting on Alexander. He didn't know he was back to back. Careful. Yeah, you're in.
Mud flap.
Yeah, so you go in the next seat. All right, we're all checked in. Line them up. We need one more corner marshal down at the AE banner. We need somebody in the middle down there. Like just a few minutes. Yeah. We need one more. We normally have two, yeah. We need one more down at the AE banner. We need 6 corners for this layout. Actually, Mike could slide over. Yeah, let Mike slide over. We don't need. It's going to go Ryan, Rob, Alexander, Chris, Daniel, Terry, and Todd. Here we go. Ryan Johnson on the tone. Rob, Alexander, Chris, Daniel, Terry, and Todd.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen, and Mud Flap. After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Mud Flap, Ryan Johnson, and Dan Jeppesen. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Mud
All
Flap,
right, so
Ryan
Alexander
Johnson,
out
and
front,
Dan
Ryan
Jeppesen.
to Daniel. All right, Ryan Johnson to the one now. Ryan, Daniel, Alex, Todd, Rob, Terry. 24:10 out of
2
Ryan.
minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen, and Mud Flap.
Daniel in the 2, 2.2 seconds back. Alexander in the 3. So Dan's close to 1.7 seconds with 1:30 left. Alexander, Todd, and Rob are all together
After 2
too.
minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Johnson, Dan Jeppesen,
Ryan,
and Mud
let's
Flap.
see what he comes across with. Daniel just had 11.6, put himself in first with that one. Now Ryan takes it back with 11.9. $11.7 from Dan takes it back. Ryan comes in with a 12.5, so he's falling back
After
a little
3
bit
minutes,
now.
1 second. The top
We got
drivers
1
are
minute
Dan
left, drivers.
Jeppesen,
1
Ryan
minute.
Johnson, and Mud
Daniel,
Flap.
Ryan, Alexander, Todd, Rob, Terry, and Chris.
"45 seconds left.
All right, so Daniel out front, 24.07. Ryan, 24.09. Alexander, 19.405. Todd, 19.410.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Ryan Johnson, and Mud Flap.
Dan at a fast level, 11.6 so far. 11.9 out of Ryan, 11.8 out of Alexander.
15 seconds left.
Then we drop down the 12s for everybody else. 5 seconds left, drivers, 5 seconds. Keep going till she calls you done. Everybody's live. Everybody just keep going. Everybody keep going till I call you
Rob
done.
Hunter done.
Everybody keep rolling,
Ryan
keep rolling,
Johnson
keep
done.
rolling.
Dan Jefferson done. Mud Flap done.
Just waiting on Todd
Terry
and
Brown
Chris. Now
Chris
just
Morrison
Todd.
done.
All right. That
All
is
drivers
the
are
race.
finished.
Put your
Todd
cars
Murray done.
down on the rack and get
The
right
race is
back out to
completed.
quarter marshal. Good job, everybody, tonight. We're ripping through this first round. Thank you very much for being on point with the cornering. Which end goes first, Dan? Which end goes first? I said, which end goes first? You were like,
Old guys rule. Brian Matz. James Paulson. Yoder. Vince Lim.
Chad Kramer, you're in the wrong heat.
Clay Folk.
All right, let's see here. I need Carlo to go across the line. Carlo only.
D.
There we go. Mike Wynn, you're not in this heat either. Okay, line them up, everybody. It's going to go Carlo, Brian, Matt, Eric, Vince, James, and Clay. All right, here we go. Corners ready, drivers ready. Here we go. Carlo on the tone, less than 5. Brian, Matt, Eric, Vince, James, and Clay. Work together. If somebody comes up on you, they are faster, so let them by. Get a few laps in. I'll let you know who's leading.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and James Paulson.
All right, so Eric out front. 24:05 gets taken out off the jump. Everybody take it easy on that jump, man. Doesn't take a lot to jump over that. So Walczyk was at a 20 lap. Now
After
he's
3
19:403.
minutes, the
Plenty
top
of time.
drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and Carlo D.
Him and Vince sitting 4th and 5th on the grid. Waltz got a 24:12. He needs to get to a 4:05 for TQ. But ripping off 11.7 laps will do it.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers
Watch out
are
on
Old
the sweeper,
Guys
watch
Rule,
out on the
Vince Lim,
sweeper.
and James Paulson.
Brian just had a 12.1. James had a 12.1. Carlo 12.7. Clay 12.9. So leaders coming through, going over the roller, going down the straight. Ooh, just barely made it through there. He's now on a new TQ run.
2 minutes after left. 2 minutes,
So that
1
white
second,
car
the top drivers are Old
with
Guys
pink
Rule,
and
Vince
yellow
Lim, and
going
James
across
Paulson.
the roller and down the straight. That is your TQ right now. Vince in the 2, Brian in the 3, James in the 4. Leader going across the back hip through the big jump. And the roller going down the straight. He goes. Second
After
place,
2
let's find
minutes,
Vince.
31 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and James Paulson.
Vince coming across the big jump here. I got to figure out Mattis's color.
1 minute
Candy bars
left.
are 2,
After 3
everything
minutes
else
1
is a button.
second. The top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Vince Lim, and James
So
Paulson.
Mattis is 2 seconds back. Oh no, he moved up to the 2 now. So that is your multicolored green car.
45 seconds left.
Coming across the roller now behind Vince. So tuck in behind Vince. You're about 6 seconds behind. Follow him around. Comes Mattis with yellow
30
wheels,
seconds
gold
left. After
and
3
green
minutes,
down the
31
straight he
seconds.
goes.
The top drivers are
Coming
Old
up
Guys
on
Rule,
Yoder.
Vince
Thank
Lim,
you,
and
Yoder.
Brian Matz.
20 seconds left, 20 seconds.
$15 seconds left.
Watch out on the jump. So Walczyk right now is destroying TQ. He has a 24:02, 3 seconds faster than Dan's.
Old Guys Rule done. James Paulson done.
Fast lap 11.6.
Carlo D done. Vince
Vince
Lim
comes
done.
in, putting
Brian
himself
Matz
fourth on
done.
the grid with a
Clay Folk
19.403. Brian
All
Mattis
drivers
sixth
are
on the grid
finished.
with a
Yoder done.
19.408.
The race is completed.
One more heat to go. Alexander, I'm gonna have you call this one. Put your car on the charger and call this one. Put your car on the charger and then you can call this one. 'Cause I'm up
Mr.
next.
Emain. Final drive ratio. Chad Kramer. Seth Rhodes.
Thank
Emily
you, corner
Weldon.
marshals, for being on point.
Todd Powell.
Appreciate it.
Tail
We
whip.
need 2 in the middle. Yoder can go in the middle. All right, everybody's checked in. Let's get them lined up. It's going to go Undrill, Kramer, Seth, Josh, Emily, Todd, and Mike. Here we go. Undrill on the tone. Kramer, Seth, Josh, Emily, Todd, and Mike.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Todd Powell.
All right. So Todd Powell on the lead in this one.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are
himself
Todd
fourth on
Powell,
the grid.
Tail Whip, and Chad Kramer.
All right, we got Todd out in the 1, Mike in the 2, Chad in the 3, Josh in the 4, Emily in the 5, Seth in the 6, Robert in the 7. Fast lap 12.063 out of Mike.
After 1 minute 30
Todd
seconds,
Powell, fast lap
the top drivers are Todd
12.097.
Powell, Tail Whip, and Chad Kramer.
Todd out 24.10, Mike 19.401. Chad 19.406, Josh 19.408. Two minutes on the clock. Mike now going
2
to the
minutes
11s,
left, 2 minutes 1 second.
11.829.
The top drivers are Todd Powell, Tail Whip, and Chad Kramer.
Chad in that 3 spot, he's about 3.7 seconds back. He's got to pick it up just a bit here. 1:40 on the clock. Josh only 0.1 seconds back.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Todd Powell, Tail Whip,
Leader
and Mr.
is the
Main.
blue and yellow car. One minute on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Todd Powell, Tail Whip, and Mr. Main. 45 seconds left.
40 seconds. No position change at the moment.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 33 seconds, the top drivers are Todd Powell, Tail Whip, and Mr. Main.
15
seconds left. Final drive ratio done. Chad Kramer done. Mr. Main done. Seth Rhodes done. Emily Weldon done. Todd Powell done.
Just waiting on Mike to go across the line.
All drivers
All right,
are finished.
that's the race.
Tail Whip done. The race is completed.
All right, last round of Q1. Got two-wheel drive modified. Look for Brad, Picosi, Roger, Justin, Kevin, and Josh. Let's get marshals out to the track.
Robert Picosi. Justin Hall. Fearless Leader. Brad Borneal. Roger Same. Mr. Main.
Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. Stay inside, stay inside. I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Straightaway is closed. Order's going to go Brad, Robert, Roger, Justin, Kevin, and Josh. Emily, I'm going to have you go on the other side down at the on the sweeper. Thank you. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Brad on the tone. Here we go. Robert, Roger, Justin, Kevin, Josh.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Picosi, and Roger Same.
All right. Brad out in the 1, Robert in the 2, Roger in the 3. Oh my gosh.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left. The top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Bacozzi, and Roger Same.
All right, Borneal out front. Bacozzi in the 2, Roger in the 3. What is going on here?
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Bacozzi, and Roger Same.
All right, everybody keep going. It's calling you out in the right order, but it's giving no times to anybody, so there's something weird with the software. But you are changing position, so I know it's working. There we go. What in the world is going on here?
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Mr. Amain, Roger Same, and Robert Bacozzi.
Oh. All right, so Borneal 21.402 is his pace. Roger is on a 24.06. Falls back now. Justin Hall to 2, Bacozzi to the 3, or the 4.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Bacozzi, and Justin Hall.
Watch out by the roller, watch out by the roller. So Borneal out front still 21.406. 24.03 out of Bacozzi. Fast lap of 10.8. The only one in the 10s.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Brad
Sime
Borneal,
rolling over.
Robert Bacozzi, and Roger Same. "45 seconds left.
All right, so Metcalf is on 18.404. Borneal and Bacozzi, the only 2 on 21 lap runs.
30 seconds
with 30
left.
seconds left.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Robert Bacozzi, and Roger Same. "15 seconds left.
All right, 5 seconds left, drivers, 5 seconds. Borneal has a 6.3 second lead. Roger down 11.0. Bacozzi down 11.0. Oh, he's got a 10.8 already. Never mind.
Robert Bacozzi done.
Bacozzi's
Brad
done.
Borneal done. Roger Same done. Mr. Amain done.
Waiting on Hall. That is the race.
Justin Hall done.
I will do a quick
The
resort
race is
here.
completed.
And we'll go right into the next round. All right, heat sheets are up. Let's go ahead and get it rolling. 13.5 four-wheel, you're up. Alexander, if I can get you to call this, I'm going to fix my car. Just got to call them off really fast. Get some pep in your step.
Yeah. Huh? All right. Looking for Eric, Jeff, Ryan, Dan, Jeppesen, Dan Matz, Mike, Josh, Willie, and Emily. All right, let's get marshals out to the track. So that would be 2 mod drivers. Don't think we have any overlap from that round, so we should have plenty of marshals.
Old guys rule. Dan Jeppesen. Jeff Phelps. Willie Madden. Josh Cody. Tail Whip. Ryan Johnson. Emily Weldon.
All right, still need marshals out of the track, please.
Daniel Matz.
I got checks on everyone. No speed, no speed. Let's get lined up on the straightaway. Order is going to go Eric, Jeff, Ryan, Dan, Jeppesen, Dan Matz, Mike, Josh, Willie, and Emily. All right. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. Eric on the tone. Here we go. Jeff, Ryan, Dan, Mike, Josh, Willie, Emily.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Jeff Phelps, and Old Guys Rule.
3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. We have Jeppesen now in the 1, Phelps in the 2, Eric in the 3, Dan in the 4, Mike in the 5, Ryan in the 6, Willie in the 7, Josh in the 8, Emily in the 9. Fast lap 11, 3, 8, 5 out of Jeppesen.
After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jeppesen, and Daniel Matz.
Caution straightaway, right in the middle. Continued caution, stay inside, clear. .235 on the clock. So Phelps now out in the 1, Eric in the 2,
After
Dan in the 3,
30
Mike
seconds,
in the 4,
the top
Ryan in
drivers
the
are
5,
Jeff Phelps,
Jeppesen in the 5
Old
now,
Guys
Ryan in
Rule,
the 6,
and
Josh in the
Daniel
7,
Matz.
Willie in the 8, Emily in the 9. Gap between 1 and 2 is 1.7 seconds. Between 2 and 3, 2.5 seconds. Two minutes on the clock.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Old Guys Rule, and Daniel Matz.
150. Jeff still leading us around. Eric in the 2, Matt's in the 3, Mike in the 4, Dan in the 5, Ryan in the 6, Josh in the 7, Willie in the 8, Emily in the 9. Fast lap now 11.199 out of Walzak.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, The top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Old Guys Rule, and Daniel Matz.
Top 4 drivers all on a 21 lap pace. 5 and 6 on a 20 lap pace. Everyone else 18 and 17.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second.
Caution
the
getting
top
on the straight.
drivers are
Caution
Jeff
getting a little
Phelps,
parkour there.
Old
Action out
Guys
of
Rule,
Mike. Seems
and
to pull
Tail
it
Whip.
off. Cost him a little bit, but not too bad. 45 seconds on the clock.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are
25
Jeff
seconds.
Phelps, Tail Whip, and Daniel Matz. "15 seconds left.
Got 10 seconds on the clock. Jeppesen now working his way all the way up to the 2. Falls back to the 3. Mike in the 2. Jeff in the 1.
Old Guys Rule done. Jeff Phelps done. Tail Whip done.
Cautious straightaway. Cautious straightaway. Stay inside. Stay inside.
Willie Madden done. Ryan Johnson done. Emily Weldon done. Dan Jeppesen done.
All
Josh
right,
Cody
that's a
done.
race.
All drivers are finished. Daniel Matz done. The race is completed.
All right, 75 Sportsman Heat 1 is up. Looking for Ryan, Woody, Adam, Eric, and Roger.
Roger Francis. Adam Gray. Heart Attack. Woody Arthur. Ryan Kennedy.
All right, got checks on everyone. Let's get drivers lined up on the straightaway. It's going to go Ryan, Woody, Adam, Eric, and Roger. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, Ryan on the tone. Here we go. Woody, Adam, Eric, Roger.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Heart Attack, Ryan Kennedy, and Woody Arthur.
All right, Ryan on the 1, Woody in the 2, Eric in the 3, Roger in the 4, Adam in the 5.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Heart Attack, Ryan Kennedy, and Woody Arthur.
.245 on the clock. Ryan leads around, Eric in the 2, Woody in the 3, Adam in the 4, Roger in the 5. Not a lot of close battles happening on the track.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Ryan Kennedy, Woody Arthur, and Heart Attack.
Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway. All clear, all clear.
2 minutes After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Heart Attack, Woody Arthur, and Ryan Kennedy.
150. Eric still leading us around. Ryan in the 2, Woody in 3, Adam in 4, Roger in the 5. Caution getting on the straight, caution getting on the straight.
After
Remember,
2
drivers,
minutes,
if a
31
marshal
seconds,
has your
the
car,
top
please do not
drivers
touch the
are
throttle
Woody
until all
Arthur,
4
Ryan
wheels
Kennedy,
are on the
and Heart
ground.
Attack.
120 on the clock.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Woody Arthur, Heart Attack, and Ryan Kennedy.
All right, 50 seconds on the clock.
"45 seconds left.
"35 seconds.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Woody Arthur, Heart Attack, and Ryan Kennedy. "15 seconds left.
"5 seconds on the clock.
Woody Arthur done. Roger Francis done. Adam Gray done. Ryan Kennedy done. All drivers are finished. Heart Attack
All right,
done.
that's the race. Drop your cars off.
The
Get
race
right
is
back out
completed.
to Marshall. Heat 2 is up.
Scott Hafner. Graydon Edwards. Willie Madden. Brent Edwards. Eric Rosen. Matt Rigsby.
All right, got checks on everyone. No worries.
We good to start this one? Ready to start? All right, Edwards, you're going to go on the toe, and I'll call the rest of you out. Less than 5. Hafner, Madden, Rigsby, Edwards, Rosen. Cars, corners, and jumps. What more could you ask for? Little help under the AE banner there. Help under the AE banner. So the gentleman standing at the end of the straightaway, if you could slide over under the... All right.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Willie Madden, and Eric Rosen.
So let's see, Hafner on a new TQ, 19.411. No, Madden on a new TQ, 19.412. As Hafner falls back to the 3. So Hafner goes by 12.5. He's
3
keeping the
minutes
battle
left.
close,
1 minute.
and he sends
The top
himself to
drivers
the
are Scott
point.
Hafner,
But
Willie
all
Madden,
of them have
and
fallen
Eric
off
Rosen.
that TQ place. So right now, Hafner, Madden, Rosen, separated by less than a second down the straightaway with Hafner, 13.3. Rosen and Madden go by 13.7 to 17.6. So Madden falls well down in the 3. So Rosen improving 3 spots to 3 overall. driving
After
around
1
in the
minute
2
30
right now.
seconds,
Work together,
the top
gentlemen.
drivers
Be
are Scott
polite.
Hafner, Eric
Be
Rosen,
aware of
and
your
Willie Madden.
surroundings. Breathe through your eyelids.
Two minutes After left. 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Willie
13.5
Madden, and Eric
Stadium
Rosen.
Truck, sponsored by It Could Be You. You could sponsor 13.5 Stadium Truck. Apparently, I'm not supposed to say the sponsor names because none of them are actually sponsored any of the classes. Oh, did I? Did I? Well, it must have been.
After 2 minutes 31
Well, it
seconds,
probably said it.
the
I mean,
top
I just read
drivers are
what's in
Scott
front of me.
Hafner, Willie Madden, and Eric Rosen.
It says. Yeah, I see how that could be a that could be a conflict of interest. Still got one of their banners hanging at the end of the track. Hafner, Madden, Rosen, Edwards, and Rigsby.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second,
Everything's
the top
settled out.
drivers are Scott
Nobody
Hafner, Willie
improving their
Madden,
qualifying
and
right
Eric
now.
Rosen.
So just keep doing what you're doing, but maybe a little bit better
45 seconds left.
for another 40 seconds. Caution after it's clear.
30 seconds After
left.
3 minutes 31 seconds,
30
the
seconds
top
left.
drivers are
Hafner,
Scott
Madden,
Hafner,
Rosen,
Willie
Edwards,
Madden, and Eric Rosen.
Rigsby. Nobody's qualifying position changing, so this is essentially practice at this point. They're just getting in some laps before the mains.
15 seconds left.
I think we do a bump. So if you're in the B, don't panic. It's an opportunity to race twice. Time on the match clock has expired. Everybody keep
Scott
racing.
Hafner done.
Everybody keep racing.
Graydon Edwards done. Willie Madden done.
Race to
Matt
the line, you
Rigsby
will
done.
be done. Waiting on
Eric
Edwards.
Rosen
One
done.
live.
All drivers are finished. Brent Edwards done.
There it is. So it's going to be Edwards, Hafner, Madden, your top three, followed by Rigsby, Edwards, Rosen, Kennedy. Your B main will be Arthur, Bruckbauer, Gray, and Francis.
The race is completed.
Cars down at the far end of the stand, directly back out to corner
Daniel
marshal.
Matz. Fearless leader. Zach
I will be
Marcinkiewicz.
pronouncing the
Phelps.
Mattis's name correctly
Brian Matz.
this time.
Vince Lim.
The Mattises. Waiting on the TQ of Jeppesen and Clay Folk. You going to make this one? Looking for the red, white, and blue of Clay Folk. All right, no speed, no laps. Straightaways closed. No speed, no laps.
Dan Jeppesen.
Let's get them lined up. Straight is closed. No speed, no laps. Daniel, you go on the tone, then Phelps, Foch, Mattis 1, Lamaco, Mattis 2, and Zach. On the tone, Daniel. Phelps, Foch, Mattis 1, Lamaco, Mattis 2, Zach. Straightaways, corners, and jumps. 11-9 right out of the gate for Jeppesen. 12-4 out of Foch. 12-4 out of Phelps. 12-5 out of Mattis 1. 13-6 out of Lamaco.
After 30
15-7 out
seconds,
of
the
Zach.
top drivers are Dan Jeppesen,
19-9
Jeff
out of
Phelps,
Mattis
and
2.
Fearless
That's
Leader.
how we're going to start this one. Trying to go better than a 21-4-11, gentlemen. It's caution on the straightaway, inside low and clear. So battle between 1 and 2, less than a second. 11-9 is the fast out of Jeppesen. 11-7 straightaway. Stay low, or high. I'd go with low. Low is close to the driver's stand.
After 1
For
minute
those
left,
of you
the
that
top
aren't
drivers are
familiar
Dan
with oval
Jeppesen, Vince Lim,
terminology.
and Daniel Matz.
Moving forward, we'll switch to the inside-outside. Daniel
After
Mattis,
1 minute 31 seconds,
one. Phelps,
the top drivers are Dan
Lamaco.
Jeppesen,
Nobody
Daniel
improving
Matz,
their
and Jeff
qualifying right now.
Phelps.
Daniel is on a 24. That's not true. Daniel is going faster than his original TQ. He's the only one improving on his early fast round. Daniel having a good run, but he needs to find, let's see, 19.406. He'd need to find 6
2 minutes
seconds.
after
He's
2
got 2
minutes 1
minutes to find
second.
6
The
seconds.
top
So the
drivers
pink
are
white
Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, and Fearless Leader.
of Mattis's 1. Hooks Karen. That's going to slow him down a little. That'll and make it a little harder to improve. Phelps go by with his fast 11.7. No, that was Daniel goes by with an 11.7.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Daniel
now
Matz,
the
and Fearless
battle-
Leader.
Mattis's and Fearless Leader. Mattis's A. Fearless Leader, Lamaco Phelps. Mattis's B, Zach. With 1 minute left.
1 minute left.
Daniel,
After 3
the
minutes 2
only one
seconds, the top
improving.
drivers are Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, and Fearless Leader.
Daniel Mattis on a 19.404. 2.5 seconds, Daniel, and you can get
45
yourself up to
seconds
3
left.
on the grid. So keep pushing Daniel Oh, never mind. That is still true, but you're in a battle with Fearless Leader. So you got to get around Fearless Leader and then some, and you got 30 seconds
30
to do
seconds left.
it. He did
After
it in
3
1
minutes
lap.
32
Daniel
seconds,
moves
the
himself
top
up to 3.
drivers are
Keep
Dan
doing
Jeppesen,
what you're doing,
Daniel Matz, and Fearless Leader.
So the 11.5 out of Daniel Jeppesen. What a show-off. Lap 18.
15 seconds left.
My word. Daniel Mattis still hanging on to 3 overall, so he's behind Kevin on the clock, but he's ahead of him on the mains grid. Time on the match clock has expired, and he rolls it over. He may have given it away.
Fearless Leader done.
Tragedy on the last corner
Jeff
of
Phelps
the
done.
last lap for
Daniel
Daniel
Matz
Mattis.
done.
Falls back to the 4.
Dan Jeppesen done.
Waiting on
Brian Matz done.
Lamaco and
Zach Marcinkiewicz done.
waiting on 1.
All drivers are finished.
There it is. That's a race.
Vince Lim done.
Jeppesen, Phelps, Foch, your top 3. Cars down
The
at the
race is
far end of the
completed.
stand, directly back out to Marshall. 13.5 Chortle course.
Roger Francis. Rob Hunter. Carlo D.
I think we got back-to-back drivers for this, so we just give them a minute to get themselves sorted.
Zach Marcinkiewicz.
All right, Graydon Edwards and Adam Gray. Let's get them checked in. Looking for Graydon and Adam. Adam's out. Look, Graydon Edwards, you quit? All right, no more speed, no more laps. Let's line them up. It's going to be D, Hunter, Zach, and Francis. On the tone with D. Hunter. Hey, oh. We'll restart that. I don't know what happened. Let's line them back up. Everybody's checked in, so let's just line them back up. So this is a qualifier. I say your name, then you drive, except for Carlo on the tone. Hunter, Zach, Francis. There you go. Fortunately, the old chortle courses are durable. They're built to last, so you can rear end somebody not in the good way and still have fun for the rest of the night.
After 30 seconds, the top
So the big
drivers
maneuver
are
right
Carlo
now,
D,
Carlo
Rob
up
Hunter,
3
and Zach
spots, 4 over
Marcinkiewicz.
are. So Carlo, keep your wits about you. Keep doing what you're doing. You get yourself into that A sort and then some. With that retro Tacoma paint scheme. Sure looks good going down the straightaway.
After
Carlo
1
on
minute
an
left,
18.408
the top drivers
looking
are
for
Carlo
3
D,
seconds
Zach
to move himself
Marcinkiewicz,
up
and
to
Rob
3
Hunter.
overall. What's that? Oh, is he supposed to be in this race? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't realize you were here. I thought you'd left. Just make sure he knows
After
to
1
stay
minute
out of the,
31
like,
seconds,
if you
the
start
top
late.
drivers
Sorry,
are Carlo
I
D,
didn't hear
Zach
you. Did you guys call
Marcinkiewicz,
for
and
a-
Rob Hunter.
I didn't. You got to remember to look for the resort. All right, sorry. Back to racing. Carlo, keep doing what you're doing. You're kind of going backwards a little bit, but there's time for you to go forward. You got 2 minutes. Just keep it clean.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Carlo D, Rob Hunter, and Zach Marcinkiewicz.
Rob Hunter up a spot now. Zach up a spot. Rob and Zach, the battle in this one, they are separated by less than a second. So we got ourselves a race going down the straightaway. Carlo, man, you got
After
lots
2
of
minutes
track
31 seconds,
and lots of
the top
time. You got to
drivers
do
are Carlo
work
D,
here, buddy.
Zach
You're going backwards.
Marcinkiewicz, and Rob Hunter.
You've fallen down to 6. No excuses, buddy. Go. Like I said, they're durable. Oh, Carlo. Come on, pal.
One
There you
minute
go.
left.
There's a couple nice tidy
After 3
corners.
minutes,
Nicely
2
done.
seconds,
That's the way we
the
do
top
it.
drivers are Carlo D, Zach
Bang, back up a
Marcinkiewicz,
spot.
and
Just
Rob
keep
Hunter.
doing that for another minute.
"45 seconds left.
Another good one. Moved yourself up one more. All right. Do that for 35 more seconds, Carlo. Rinse and repeat.
30 seconds left.
Tighten
After
up
3
that
minutes
entry to the
32
straightaway.
seconds, the top drivers
You're
are
looking
Carlo
for a
D,
second and
Zach
a half to
Marcinkiewicz, and Rob
bump
Hunter.
Poulsen down.
"15 seconds left.
He gets by for one more. You need 3/10, Carlo. Push hard. This is your last lap. Push, push, push.
Carlo D. done.
Carlo done.
Zach
Zach
Marcinkiewicz
and Rob
done.
done. Waiting on grade. We got one
Rob
live.
Hunter done.
So Carlo moves himself up 2 spots, 5 overall. Zach up 2 spots,
All drivers
8
are
overall.
finished. Graydon Edwards done.
Cars down at the far end of the stand.
race
Back
is
out
completed.
to Marshall. Hey, Graydon. Great. Come here for a
Josh
second
Cody.
before you go out to Marshall.
Mud Flap. James Paulson. Tail Whip. Chad Kramer. Vince Lim.
Sorry we missed you. It happens. Yeah. But it's just that way we know, and we'll give you 30 seconds. All right, get out there, Marshall. All right, no more speed, no more laps. Let's get them lined up. See, we need one more. We got one. There it is. We got Graydon. We got someone in front of the driver's stand. Lamaco, Kramer, Wynn, Polson, Cody, Connolly. On the tone with Lamaco. Wait, what? What's wrong? I don't. Oh. Yeah, we're not messing with our cars. We're corner marshaling. Lamaco. Kramer. Wynn. Polson. Cody. Connolly. As far as I'm concerned, Chortle Course should be a land rush every time without question. Should be written into the Roar rule book. So the time
After
to
30
beat
seconds, the top
is
drivers are
going
Vince
to
Lim, Tail Whip,
be-
and Chad Kramer.
Well, they're all going faster than round 1. So you just got to get in front of Vince. All you got to do is go faster than Vince. All you got to do is go faster than Mike, excuse me. So Mike on the new TQ, followed by Lamaco, Kramer, Connolly, Polson, and Cody. Connolly, a big mover,
After
up
3
3
minutes
spots.
left, top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Chad Kramer.
So the blue with white wheels at the top of the straight is your leader, followed by the number 2 car. So they are running in order. So let's see, Kramer right now down 3 spots. Gets himself in front of Mike, so now he's got to pick up the pace and run away a little bit, get himself back up the grid.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Mud Flap.
Mike still on that new TQ. Kramer down 1 spot. 3 overall. Vince down a spot, 2 overall. Alexander was up to the 4, but he had a little incident. Kramer and Wynn, you guys got to work together or you're going to ruin your own day.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Tail Whip, and James Paulson.
So Wynn falls off the new TQ. Oh, Lamaco up to the point. So now Vince back to the TQ. Wynn still up a spot. Polson up a spot. So right now your grid is Lamaco, Wynn, Polson. I think I'm up in the next race, buddy. I think I might have sucked that. I think I'm in the seesaw. I'm in the seesaw.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Tail Whip, and James Paulson.
All right, Vince. 1949 holding on to TQ. James in the 2.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Vince Lim, James Paulson, and Tail Whip.
I didn't see what happened to Alexander.
45 seconds left.
By the look on his face, he doesn't know either. So right now it's Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Carlo overall.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Tail Whip, and James Paulson. 15 seconds left.
All right. Vince holding that TQ. Mike up to 2 overall. James to 3.
Chad Kramer done. James Paulson done. Vince Lim done.
Mike win with a 12-4 in short course.
Josh Cody done. All drivers are finished. Tail Whip done.
All right. So our 7 into the A, we'll do 1 bump from the B. Will be Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Josh, Carlo, and Alexander. Are you going to fix your car or no? Never mind then. We'll put Zach in.
The race is completed. Clay Folk, Seth Rhodes, Rob Hunter, Emily Weldon, Chris Morrison, Yoder.
Let's get our corners out there. Hey, Mike, why don't you move over?
Carlo D.
Okay, line them up. We need 1 more in the middle. We could use 1. Hey, Josh, why don't you come in the middle with Vince? And we need somebody at the door opening down there, too. No, I need 2 of you in the middle. No, yeah. Who got it? Okay, Emily, Rob, Carlos, Seth, Matt, Clay, and Chris. Here we go. Emily on the tone. Rob, Carlo, Seth, Matt, Clay, and Chris.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Carlo D., Clay Folk, and Emily Weldon.
So Clay now up to the 6th, the red, white, and blue car. So if you see the red, white, and blue car, white wheels, let him by. He's on an A-main run right now.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Clay Folk, Rob Hunter, and Seth Rhodes.
Clay moving up to 5th on the grid now. Needs to pick up another 2nd to move up to 4th.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top
Red, white, and
drivers
blue
are
is
Clay
your
Folk,
leader.
Rob Hunter, and Seth Rhodes.
Cross the hip he goes. Through the roller and down the straight. Watch out. Woo. Clay having a good run
After
here.
2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Clay Folk, Seth Rhodes, and Yoder.
Needs to pick up about 9/10 of a second to move up to fourth on the grid. Now he fell back a little bit. Got to push, Clay. 130 left, 130. Red, white, and blue is your leader.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Clay Folk, Seth Rhodes, and Carlo D.
Whoa, that was some good patience there.
1
Cost
minute
him a
left.
little bit, but at least he's
After
not
3
didn't
minutes
wreck.
2 seconds, the top drivers are Clay Folk, Seth Rhodes, and Carlo D. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
That was a good lap there.
After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Clay Folk,
You need
Seth
about
Rhodes,
7/10,
and Carlo
Clay.
D.
7/10 to move up to fifth overall.
"15 seconds left.
Your leader's coming through. Right around Karen. Thank you. Now you need 3/10. 3/10. Oh boy. Watch out. Here comes the lead. Oh
Emily Weldon
no.
done.
Uh,
Seth Rhodes done. Carlo D done. Clay Folk done.
oh man.
Rob Hunter done. Chris
That
Morrison
last
done.
lap was brutal.
All drivers are finished. Yoder done. The race
Ended
is
up
completed.
eighth overall, Clay. Good job dodging bullets on that one.
Nothing I can do there.
No. Once you rolled it, then it was like
Mr. A Main. Final drive ratio.
you got the pace. You just need to
Brian
take it.
Matz. Mud Flap. Terry Brown. Todd Murray. James Paulson.
All right, let's get our corner marshals back out there, guys. Come on. Where are my corners from that last race? Bring them around, line them up. No more laps, no more speed, no more laps, no more speed. Let's get our corners out there. I need, you two there and then somebody at the opening. One of you guys can go you two there. One of you guys go to the opening over there. It's going to go Metcalf, Connolly, Mattis, Todd, Paulson, Undrill, Terry. Here we go. Josh on the tone. Alexander, Brian, Todd, James, Undrill, and Terry.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are James Paulson, Mr. Amain, and Terry Brown.
All right,
After 1
Alexander
minute
was
left,
in the
top
lead.
drivers are
I don't
Mud
think he's
Flap.
going to be
Final
anymore.
drive ratio.
Watch
and
out
Mr.
after the
Amain.
sweeper. So Undrill putting himself sixth on the grid now. I have no idea what car he's running. Duncan's car. There we go. 19.40 out of Undrill.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Mud Flap, and Mr. Amain.
Alexander back to the 1, Undrill the 2.
After 2 minutes, the top drivers are Mud Flap, Final Drive Ratio, and Mr. Amain.
How about? Oh, put him on that side. Oh, well. Just go, go,
After
go,
2
go.
minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Mud Flap,
Oh,
Mr.
my God.
Amain, and Final Drive Ratio.
Alexander, you're still in the lead.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Terry Brown, and Mr. Amain.
So Undrill moving up 3 positions to 12th on the grid.
45 seconds left. After
left.
3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Final Drive Ratio, Terry Brown, and Mr. Amain. "15 seconds left.
Whoa! Almost got it in the you-know-where. Oh. Oh, he's been off of that for a while. Keep going. Everybody keep going. You're still live.
Brian Matz done. Todd Murray done. Terry Brown done. James Paulson done. Mr. Amain done. The race is completed.
All right. A sort.
Old Guys Rule. Dan Jefferson. Tail Whip. Vince Lim. Todd Powell. Ryan Johnson. Chad Kramer.
All right, line them up. There's a car right there on its lid. We need one more out in the middle. I figured it out. Okay, we need one more corner out in the middle with Sir Mattis. All right, it's going to Walczyk, Jefferson, Powell, Wynn, Johnson, Lamaco, Chad. Here we go. On the tone. Daniel. Todd. Mike. Ryan. Vince. Chad. What's up, buddy? Okay, cool.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Dan Jefferson, and Tail Whip. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left. The top drivers are Tail Whip, Todd Powell, and Old Guys Rule. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Todd Powell, and Old Guys Rule. After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell. After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Old Guys Rule, and Dan Jefferson. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Old Guys Rule, and Dan Jefferson. "15 seconds left. Old Guys Rule done. Tail Whip done. Dan Jefferson done. Todd Powell done. Ryan Johnson done. All drivers are finished. Chad Kramer done. Vince Lim done. The race is completed.
If you don't mind.
Mad Bouger, the fastest of the fast. Let's get our drivers from that last race
Roger
out.
Singh, Brad Borneal, Justin Hall, Robert Bacozzi, Mr. Amain, Fearless Leader.
All right. We got checks from everyone. We got marshals. I think we want one more in the infield if we could, please. No more speed, no more laps. We could send one more into the infield. Here, let's have Mike can you come into the infield, and then the AE banner guy can do the end of the straight? Borneal, Bocosi, Syme, Hall, Metcalf, and Foch. On the tone with Borneal, I'll call the rest of you out. Bocosi, Syme, Hall, Metcalf, and Foch. Cars, corners, and jumps. 3 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Lots of time, lots of space, no excuses. 10-9 right out of the gate for Bocosi, straight to the point.
After 30 seconds,
I think he's trying to do
the top
better than a
drivers are Robert Bocosi,
10-8.
Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
Your TQ gets it wrong, puts himself on his lid, gets back to racing, but that's going to put him on the back foot for this one. He was on a faster than TQ pace. So right now, Simon Bocosi up a spot each, go 1-2 on the grid. So your leader over around Karen, up over the hump, down the straight. He goes 11-1 the last
After
time by,
1
backs it up with
minute, the top
11-1
drivers are
again.
Robert Bocosi, Roger Same, and Fearless Leader.
Jumping that pipe at the front kink. But not as fast as his fastest lap. 11-3 the last time by. Simon the 2, Kevin up to the 3 now, moving himself up 2 spots to 4 overall. I'm going to go let you guys work out
After
the
1
traffic.
minute,
You
30
know
seconds,
who you are. You know
the
who's
top drivers
fast.
are Robert Bocosi, Roger Same,
11-3
and
the
Fearless
last time
Leader.
by for Fearless Leader. So hard charger right now. Fearless Leader hot on Syme's heels. Borneal goes by 11-2, getting back in the swing of things. Syme goes by 11-2. 11-1 now out of Borneal. 11-3 out of Hall. Still a paltry 10-9 out of your leader,
After 2
Robert
minutes,
Bocosi.
the top drivers are Robert Bocosi, Roger Same, and Fearless Leader.
Leader down the straightaway goes by with 11-3. He's going to back that up with an 11-1. Oh, nice and tidy at the end of that lap. I didn't see the
After
start
2
of it, but it was a
minutes, 31
10-9.
seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bocosi,
The
Fearless
second
Leader,
half was
and Roger
nice
Same.
and tidy. This one's looking like it could be solid. 11-0 that time by. A lot of things got to go right to get that 10-8. Going on the lid does not qualify. So let's see. Roger Syme, the red, white, and blue, over the hip, down the straightaway. He goes
1 minute
11-0
left.
for
After
Borneal
3
the last
minutes, 1
time by.
second,
So
the top
Borneal
drivers are Robert Bocosi,
putting
Roger Same,
himself
and Brad
up
Borneal.
in the 3, back to 2 overall. Keep doing what you're doing, Brad.
45 seconds left.
So the battle right now on the clock is going to be Hall and Foch. Syme and Borneal are playing lap attack. So right now, Syme just getting the better
30
of it.
seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds. the
10-9
top
with a
drivers are
2-0.
Robert
Fast
Bocosi,
lap of the
Roger
race out of
Same, and Brad
Borneal.
Borneal.
But Syme goes 11-1, and it's enough to keep him ahead for now.
15 seconds left.
No, Borneal battles back. So the race right now is Brad and Roger for 2 on the grid with 5, 4, 3. They both get by. Borneal trying to close with a good one. Ooh, little
Brad
upset
Borneal done.
getting on the straightaway. Manages
Roger
to hang
Same
on
done.
to it.
Fearless Leader done.
See what happens when Syme goes
Justin
by.
Hall
Looks
done.
like Syme bobbled his last lap.
Mr. Main done. All drivers are finished.
So Brad
Robert
Borneal gets
Bocosi
bumped
done.
to the 2 overall by Bocosi, but Borneal walks away with a fast lap of this one, 10-9 with a 2-0.
The race is completed.
right, so I'm setting up the mains. There's going to be one bump from each lower main.
Ryan Johnson.
You're going to be a bump. One bump. Yeah, last time we did, because it gets too late, that's my entry, so we did singles with bumps. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Dan. Dan, come here. Sorry. All right, 17-5 C main, you'll be up first. So we're going to go 17-5 C main, then we'll go into the B mains and A. There's going to be one bump out of the lower mains. So I've got them gapped out, so you'll have 2 races to charge if you need to. So the only person that can go back to the pits after your race is the person who wins the lower main. So 17-5 C main is up first. Carlo, Emily, Rob, Matt, and Chris start heading up here. Clear the track. And unfortunately, I have a family emergency. I'm going to leave, so Alexander's going to be in charge. Maybe if Undrill and Dan can help out, or Roger can help call. So let's get these guys checked in. Get our mod buggy drivers out here to corner marshal.
Okay. Phelps, you going to run in the two-wheel C? Nah.
Emily Weldon.
Let's get Carlo,
Chris
Rob,
Morrison.
and Matt Yoder checked in. Looking for checks from Carlo D, Rob Hunter, and Matt Yoder. Gonna need our mod buggy drivers out to corner marshal. We got 1, 2, 3. We got them heading out. Nice. Appreciate that, mod drivers.
Carlo D.
All right. Take them
Yoder.
around.
Rob Hunter.
Get them warmed up. Okay. Okay. Sportsman drivers, we're going to combine your race so there's no B main. You're all going to run the A. So if you're a sportsman B main driver, you will be running in the A main. So yeah, just whatever the A main, we'll just cancel the other race and then drop y'all in. Okay, Carlo, line it up on the 1, then Emily, Rob, Matt, and Chris. Remember, we're all going on the tone this time. This is racing, no more lollygagging. And be polite, all the things around the first corner. Smile, laugh, race. Can we get one more marshal at the top of the straight, please? Hey, Graydon. That's the bottom of the straight. The top will be up here. There you go. Yep, top of the straight. That's the bottom. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that guy. Sorry, Graydon. You're getting pulled in two directions. Okay, now we're doing it in less than 5. So Carlo leads us around, trying to make that bump up to the B main.
After 30 seconds, the
Carlo-
top drivers are Carlo D, Emily Weldon, and Yoder.
Here's his name. Immediately tips it over. You're going to need to let them all go, Carlo. Emily, Matt, Carlo, Chris, and Rob, they are all together. This is anybody's
After
race
1
right
minute
now.
left,
I
the top
did not
drivers
see
are
who just
Emily
drove
Weldon,
it into
Yoder, and Carlo
the
D.
pipe. They get a quick marshal, back to racing. So Emily's starting to stretch out a little bit of a lead over Matt Yoder. Carlo up to the 2. So right now it's going to be Emily, Carlo, Rob, Chris, and Matt. Go, work together. Politely re-enter the race line, all the things. Emily, just
After 1 minute
take it
31 seconds,
easy.
the top drivers are Emily
Nice,
Weldon,
tight,
Rob
tidy
Hunter,
lines.
and
Keep
Chris
doing
Morrison.
what you're doing. You'll go to the B main. Caution after the hip. That's clear. So Matt Yoder, that's your leader behind you. When she comes up on you, just give her a corner. Let her go. Perfect. Nicely done. Appreciate that. Good sportsmanship.
2
Fast lap
minutes
race.
after 2 minutes 1
12.5 out of
second.
your leader,
The
Emily.
top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob
13.0
Hunter,
for
and
Rob
Carlo
Hunter.
D.
Carlo with a 12.7. 13.3 out of Morrison and a 13.0 out of Matt Yoder. So the leader down the straightaway goes by with a 13.0. 14.2 second lead over Rob Hunter, who goes by with his fast 12.7.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Emily Weldon, Rob Hunter, and Carlo D.
12-1 the fast now for Rob Hunter. So Hunter finding some lights out speed, making gains on your leader.
1
He's got to
minute
find
left.
6
After
seconds
3
though,
minutes
with
1 second. The top
just under a
drivers are
minute
Emily
to
Weldon,
go.
Rob Hunter, and Carlo D.
This one is Emily's to lose.
.45 seconds left.
So the blue with fluorescent yellow highlights down the straightaway, over the table, past Chad, up over the hip. That is your leader.
30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31
Rob
seconds.
Hunter up to the
top
two
drivers
now.
are Emily Weldon,
the
Rob
12-1
Hunter,
in a
and Carlo
battle
D.
with Carlo. So Carlo and Hunter battling down the straightaway. Carlo gets back in front. His new fast
15 seconds
12-7.
left.
Ooh, Carlo gets away with murder. Puts Hunter right on his rear wing. Meanwhile, your leader looks like she might squeak by for one more. Nope, bobble at the top.
Emily Weldon done.
Racing to
Yoder
the line,
done.
you will be done.
Chris Morrison done. Carlo D done. All drivers are finished. Rob
Emily
Hunter
Weldon,
done.
please go put your car on the charger. Get it charged up for the B main. Emily, you're the only one who goes back to the pits. Everyone else straight back out to Marshall. I will need volunteers, please.
The race is completed.
Yeah, so 13, Kevin. Did he? Hey, do I need to start and stop the race that we're skipping? Do I need to start and stop? If I, can I run this race and then bump them all?
So what you're going to do is you're going to go to 17.5 Sportsman. You're going to have everyone check in. So no, so you're going to skip this, so go right to the A main.
Oh no, we'll run the B main. We'll, yeah. Sorry, yeah, they're just dropped. They just get dropped in. Perfect. Perfect. Understood. Yep. Okay, sorry. Short course 13.5 B main. You're up. I need my marshals from that last race plus a volunteer. So I'm looking for Rob Hunter, Graydon Edwards, Roger Francis, and Adam Gray. Rob Hunter, Graydon Edwards, Roger Francis, and Adam Gray. B main is short course. You're up. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get them checked in. Rob, Graydon, and Roger.
Roger Francis.
One of them, we didn't know one of them was going to leave. And also, there's a lot. So, is Rob Hunter, are you here? Okay. Sorry, yeah, no worries.
Graydon Edwards.
I swear, when we remove a race like that, it ends up causing a 4-minute delay. You've gained nothing. Right? All right. No more speed, no more laps. No speed, no
Rob
laps.
Hunter.
Line them up. Hunter, Edwards, Francis. Work together, be polite. On the fourth tone. No, sorry. On the first tone. On the fourth tone isn't a thing anymore. Smile F race in less than 5. Oh, wait. You gotta wait and let that guy go. Yep, there you go. If you hit a guy in the first corner, you gotta let him back past you. right, that was a proper chortle course race start right there. Trading paint, little argy-bargy.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis.
Nothing like a little bump pass.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis.
All right, two-wheel drive. 17.5, two-wheel buggy. You're up next. Alex, I think you're probably maybe. What is happening? Close the browser.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis.
So your leader down the straightaway, followed by Francis up to the 2. No, Hunter in the 2. Dan Jeppesen, can I get you to call the rest of this race in the next one? Are you in the A? Connolly, if you're in the
2
A, you
minutes
need to
left.
call
2
this because
minutes
I'm in
1
the B.
second. The top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis.
All right, 1:45 on the clock. Graydon in the 1, Rob in the 2, Roger in the 3. Fast lap 13.0 out of Graydon.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis.
Don't watch the race. Watch the corner, Matt. And Carlo. 1 minute on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Rob Hunter, and Roger Francis. "45 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Rob Hunter, Graydon Edwards, and Roger Francis.
20 seconds.
15 seconds left. Rob Hunter done. All drivers are finished. Graydon Edwards done. The race is completed.
All right. Looking forward, Josh, Brian, Todd, Terry, James, Seth, Robert, and Emily.
Todd Murray. Mr. A. Main.
Gonna need some volunteer marshals for this next round. Again, some volunteer marshals.
Brian Matz. Final drive ratio. Terry Brown. Final
Again, if I
drive
get some
ratio.
volunteer marshals out here, that'd be
James
great.
Paulson. Todd Murray. Terry Brown.
If I get someone...
Brian Matz.
Actually, if I'll have you cover
Emily
this corner
Weldon.
right here, then have him cover right there. So, perfect. All right, still need checks on Seth and Josh. Yeah.
Seth Rhodes.
I reset it. I took myself out of the race, so it reset it.
Mr. A Main.
All right, got checks on everyone. Order is Josh, Brian, Todd, Terry, James, Seth, Robert, and Emily. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, here we go. .340 on the clock.
After 30 seconds.
Josh Lee in the round,
the
Brian in
top
the 2, James in
drivers
the 3,
are
Terry in the
Mr.
4,
Main,
Robert in the 5,
Brian
Emily in the
Matz,
6, Todd in the 7,
and
Seth in
James
the 8.
Paulson.
Fast lap 12.673. Josh only went on a 19 lap pace so far. Gap between 1 and 2 is less than a second. Gap between 2 and 3 is 3.5 seconds. Your leader is the blue car. If he comes up behind you, please let him by.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Mr. Amain, Brian Matz, and final drive ratio.
Ryan, you alright? Cool. 250 on the clock. Fast lap though goes to Terry with a 12.446. No one so far in the 11s. 2:35 on the clock. James there going into the 11.8.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Brian Matz, Mr. Amain, and final drive ratio.
So you got Brian on the 1, Josh in the 2, Rob in the 3, Emily in the 4, Todd in the 5, James in the 6, Seth in the 7, Terry in the 8. So your leader is the yellow car with the yellow wheels and
2 minutes left.
black.
The top
Maybe
drivers
I
are
can't
Brian
quite tell.
Matz, Mr. Amain, and final drive ratio.
All right, so it looks like Josh now out in the 1. That will be the blue car with white wheels. Josh, I'm
After
going to
2
issue a
minutes
stop and
31
go on that
seconds,
one.
the top drivers are final drive ratio, Mr. Amain, and Brian Matz.
All right, there we go. Thank you. All right, Undrill out in the 1, Brian in the 2, Josh in the 3, Todd in the 4, Emily in the 5, Terry in the 6, James in the 7, Seth in the 8.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are final drive ratio, Mr. Amain, and Brian Matz.
All right, Josh out in the 1. We got Rob in the 2, Brian in the 3, Emily in the 4, Terry in the 5, Todd in the 6,
45
James in the 7,
seconds
Seth in the
left.
8.
After left. 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are final drive ratio, Mr. Amain, and Brian Matz.
Marshall. Thank you. All right, Terry, you're good to go. Roger, you all right?
15
Okay.
seconds left.
Got 10 seconds on the clock.
James Paulson done. Mr. Amain done. Emily Weldon done. Seth Rhodes done. Todd Murray done. Final drive ratio done.
All right,
Brian
that's a
Matz
race.
done.
Undrill's going to take it.
All drivers are finished. Terry Brown done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 four-wheel drive, A1. Roger, you all right? Okay.
Dan Jeppesen, Daniel Matz, Willie Madden, Josh Cody, Old Guys Rule, Jeff Phelps, Tail Whip, Ryan Johnson,
Caution straight away, caution straight away. All stop, all stop, all stop. All right, let's get lined up on the straightaway. Emily, only Emily goes across the line, please.
Emily Weldon,
There we go. All right, order's going to go Jeff, Eric, Dan, Jeppesen, Dan Matz, Mike, Ryan, Josh, Willie, and Emily. All right. Drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone. Here we go. Hey guys, if I could have you move, I can't see the track. Thank you.
after 30
All
seconds.
right, for 30
the
seconds,
top
we have
drivers
Phelps
are
out on the
Jeff
1, Eric
Phelps,
in the 2, Mike
Old
in the
Guys
3,
Rule,
Jeppesen in the
and
4,
Tail Whip.
Willie in the 5, Emily in the 6, Dan in the 7, Josh in the 8, Ryan in the 9.
Yeah. Oh my God, they got a gaggle of them out there. Walzik, Phelps, Wen, Jeppesen, Mattis. Mattis goes over Jeppesen. So work
After
together,
1
be
minute
polite.
left, top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Jeff Phelps, and Tail Whip.
Johnson spent a half an hour on his lid. That's going to hurt. So let's see. Your leader is going to be the white front, white wheels with the yellow-purple, followed by Jeff Phelps hot on his heels. So that's your leaders coming through there. Appreciate that. Nicely done. Nose to tail down the straightaway. 1 and 2 coming up on the back of, doesn't matter, rollover accident, gets it out of the way.
After 1 minute
So
30
Mike's
seconds,
going to have some
the top
pink
drivers
somewhere on
are
his car.
Old
So the
Guys
pink
Rule,
front,
Jeff
blue rear
Phelps,
with yellow
and Tail
wheels
Whip.
is your 3 car. I'm going to go ahead and let that pink front, blue rear. Thank you, appreciate that. Daniel, I think, is silver orange with yellow wheels. That's your 4 car. Fast lap right now is going to be 11-1 out of Jeppesen, who immediately tips it over on the straightaway and gets it going before it's a problem. Daniel, you got the
Half minute
leaders
left.
now, so you know
the
what
top
to do.
drivers are Old Guys Rule, Jeff Phelps, and
Appreciate
Tail Whip.
that. Tuck in behind them. Enjoy the rest of your race. And Ryan Johnson, I think Mike is the next one you need to be concerned about. Daniel's ahead of you also. Oh, God. Mike and Daniel doing Mike and Daniel things in the infield. Let's see. Let's find our leaders. Looks like Phelps has
After
taken
2
over
minutes,
the lead on the
31
straightaway.
seconds,
So the blue
top drivers
fluorescent
are
yellow
Jeff
down
Phelps,
the straight is your
Old Guys
leader.
Rule, and Tail Whip.
Blue fluorescent yellow coming into the infield table, followed by the yellow, purple, white. Down the straightaway they go. That's the 1 and 2, separated by just over a second as Phelps stretches out a hair of a gap. Number 2 car. So did Mike get around Walzik?
1 minute left.
Yes,
After 3 minutes,
he
1
did.
second.
Right now,
the top
Phelps,
drivers are
Wen,
Jeff Phelps, Tail
Mattis,
Whip,
so
and
Walzik
Old
with a
Guys Rule.
tragic lap tumbles to 4th. I didn't see if he had help from traffic or what.
45
Daniel,
seconds left.
nice roll. Jefferson fell down the order in this one, so he's doing some durability testing. So Daniel Mattis trying to work his way back up to the back of
30
Mike.
seconds
He
left.
has.
After
That
3
is the
minutes,
battle
32
for
seconds.
the two around
The top
Karen.
drivers are Jeff Phelps, Tail Whip, and Daniel Matz.
Josh Cody, you're going to have the two battle coming up on the back of you. Thank you, Josh Cody. Appreciate that. Mattis with the hammer down.
15 seconds left.
Reeling in Mike with 10 seconds. They're going to get by for this one for sure. This should be it. Mike's just got to hang on to it. Will they squeak by? It's going to be tight. Mike might get there. He
Tail whip
does
done.
not.
Daniel Matz done. Dan Jefferson done. Josh Cody done.
Phelps
Ryan
on
Johnson
a victory lap.
Jeff Phelps done. Willie Madden done. All drivers are
Ladies and
finished.
gentlemen, your
Emily
winner of
Weldon done.
13.5 Pro Stock Buggy, Jeff Phelps, Mr. Vision Racing himself, sponsor of the evening's entertainment.
The race is completed.
All right. 13.5, sorry,
Scott
17.5 Sportsman, A main. So if you were supposed to run the
Matt
B
Rigsby.
main, you're going to check.
Brent Edwards.
Yep, you're going to check yourself in. Stadium Truck A1, you're on deck. Stadium Truck A1 up.
Eric
If your
Rosen.
name's not shown in the list, but you were supposed to
Willie
run the B
Arthur.
main, go check it in and I'll add you to the race. Yep. So don't, if you're a B main driver, just get it out there,
Ryan
get
Kennedy.
it checked in, and I'll add you to the race.
Heart attack.
All right, we got Roger and Eric
Roger
checked
Francis.
in. I need Willie Madden, and we can do this. Willie, you out there? You racing? Did Willie call
Willie
it a day?
Madden.
There he is. Starting order, Graydon, Scott, Willie, Matt, Brent, Eric, Ryan, Woody, Eric Bruckbauer, and Roger Francis. Gentlemen, drivers, I need you to listen up. I'd like you to try really hard not to pass at all. I can't, they're in control. You got 10 of you. Be polite. You cannot win it in the first lap. So here we go. Smile laugh race in less than 5. Be polite, be polite. Patience, patience, patience. Couple of them tip themselves over. We're going to let it ride. Work together. Do not panic. Lots of time on the clock with this many cars. Anything could happen. Caution re-entering the race line. It's all about patience. So
After 30
Graydon,
seconds,
a little bit
the
of a
top drivers are
rough
Graydon
first lap,
Edwards,
but he makes
Scott
it work.
Hafner, and Willie Madden.
Hangs on to lead, followed by Hafner, Madden, Rosen, and Edwards. Little help right in front of the driver's stand here. Little help in front of the RD booth. Little help next to Karen. Oh, my word. I'm going to do my best to call the traffic, but you guys got to work together. Straight away, go low on the straight, low inside. That's inside.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are
Wait,
Scott
what?
Hafner,
Oh.
Eric Rosen, and Graydon Edwards.
Oh, yeah, Roger did it. Well, that's all right. I'll add a lap for him. So Hafner up to the 1, then Rosen, Edwards, Rigsby, Arthur, and Madden. Scott, Eric, Graydon, Brent, your running order. It is
After 1
mayhem
minute
out there.
31 seconds, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Eric Rosen, and Graydon Edwards. 2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Scott Hafner, Eric Rosen, and Graydon Edwards.
Oh my goodness. I have no idea what's going on. Hafner, Rosen, Edwards is your running order. I think Hafner is...
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top
Yeah,
drivers
red,
are Scott
white
Hafner,
with white
Graydon
wheels
Edwards,
is your
and
leader.
Eric Rosen.
Around the corner hip, followed by Graydon Edwards. The number 2 car is going to be the fluorescent yellow front, orange rear. And then Rosen, caution on going on the straight, caution going on the straight. Not sure which car Rosen is. Oh my word. That's a creative line. Made it work. Already has the crawler line.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second,
The king of the hammers,
top
we'll
drivers
call
are
that
Scott
guy.
Hafner, Graydon Edwards, and Eric Rosen.
Yeah, it's Hafner still
45
leading us
seconds
around.
left.
That's red, white, and black, followed by Graydon Edwards. That's fluorescent yellow, orange.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top
Oh,
drivers are
man.
Scott Hafner, Graydon Edwards, and Eric
Edwards.
Rosen.
Some solid luck through traffic there. 20 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left.
Oh, is that our leader hung up on the pipe? That could be bad news for the leader as, oh man, this is going to be it. Graydon, get past that guy. Oh, he's
Ryan
not
Kennedy
quite
done.
close enough.
Scott
What could have
Hafner done.
been? Edwards does
Eric
get
Rosen
by
done.
Hafner for
Brent
the
Edwards
win
done.
and a victory
Woody Arthur
lap.
done. Matt Rigsby done.
Merry Christmas,
Willie
Graydon
Madden done.
Edwards. You won
Graydon
that
Edwards
race. Waiting on two. Bruckbauer and Francis still live.
All drivers are finished.
There it is.
Roger Francis done.
Graydon Edwards taking A1.
The race is completed. Dan Jefferson, Daniel Matz, Jeff Phelps, Vince Lim, Brian Matz, Zach Marcinkiewicz,
Clay, are you going to make this one? Stadium truck? Okay. All right, no speed, straightaways closed. Line 'em up on the straight. Order's going to go Dan, Jeff, Dan, Matz, Vince, Brian, and Zach. So Jefferson, Jeff, Dan, Vince, Brian, and Zach. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz.
We got Dan Jefferson out in the 1, Phelps in the 2, Brian in the 3, Dan in the 4, Vince in the 5, Zach in the 6. Fast lap 11.699 out of Jefferson.
3 minutes after left. 1 minute 1 second. The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz. After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz. Two minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Daniel Matz.
.140 on the clock. Jeff out in the 1, Jefferson in the 2, Brian in the 3, Dan in the 4, Vince in the 5, Zach in the 6.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz.
Caution on the front double, caution on the front double.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz.
.45 seconds.
45 seconds left.
Jefferson still leading us around. Jeff in the 2, Brian in 3, Dan in the 4, Vince in the 5, Zach in the 6.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz.
15 seconds.
15 seconds left.
Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. All clear.
Jeff Phelps done. Brian Matz done. Daniel Matz done. Vince Lim done. Dan Jefferson done. All drivers are finished. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. The race is completed. Chad Kramer, Vince Lim, Josh Cody, Tail Whip, Carlo D, James Paulson, Rob Hunter.
All right, just waiting on Zach to get checked in here. Need a few more marshals out of the track. A few more marshals. Let's get you down the other end of the driver's stand. Thank you.
Zach Marcinkiewicz.
All right, order's going to go Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Josh, Carlo, Zach, and Rob. Again, Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Josh, Carlo, Zach, and Rob. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and James Paulson.
All right, after the first 30 seconds, we have Mike out in the 1, Vince in the 2, James in the 3, Josh in the 4, Chad in the 5, Rob in the 6, Zach in the 7, Carlo in the 8. Fast lap, though, goes to Mike at 12.740.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and James Paulson.
All right, Mike still leading us around, Vince the 2, James in the 3, Josh the 4, Chad in the 5, Rob in the 6, Zach in the 7, Carlo in the 8. Everyone's spaced out by about a second right now.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and James Paulson.
Surprisingly, this is some of the cleanest racing we've had this evening. I think James the only one running an X-ray so far.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Vince Lim, and Josh Cody.
All right, again, still everyone gapped out now, a couple seconds between each position. Close battle between James and Chad, about a half-second gap back there. Leader is still Mike and Vince.
The top drivers
Josh
are
in the
Tail
3
Whip,
spot, so the
Vince
orange
Lim,
car is
and
the
Josh
3rd
Cody.
car. Mike and Vince, though, gapped out about a little over a straightaway between them. Reminder, that orange car is your leader. If he comes up behind you, please let him by. Or, sorry, not your leader, your 3rd position car, but he's got a free track ahead of him. Mike's going to be coming up on some lap traffic, so the blue car with white wheels is the leader. He'll be coming up through the back markers here. Second place is the
1
purple
minute
and
left.
orange car.
After 3 minutes 2 seconds,
Caution on the
top
straightaway,
drivers
caution
are
on the
Tail
straightaway.
Whip, Vince Lim, and Josh Cody.
Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway.
45 seconds left.
So I think that's going to put Vince out into the 1 now. Mike's still in the 2 spot, though. Josh in the 3. Chad looking for an opportunity.
30 seconds left.
He's got 30
After
seconds.
3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Vince Lim, Tail Whip, and Josh Cody.
Chad goes inside. He's going to take that. 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left.
We'll get one more lap here.
James Paulson done. Tail Whip done. Carlo D done. Chad Kramer done. Josh Cody done. Rob Hunter done. Zach Marcinkiewicz done. All drivers are finished. Vince Lim done. The race is completed.
All right, two-wheel drive 17.5 is up.
Dan Jefferson. Chad Kramer. Vince Lim. Todd Powell. Tail Whip. Old guys rule. Final drive ratio.
Caution up front, caution up front. Just need Ryan and Clay to get checked in here. Clay, are you out? Okay. Ryan, are you going to make this one? Ryan, you're in this one. All right, just need Ryan and Clay to check in.
Clay Folk. Ryan Johnson.
All right, order's going to go Mike, Eric, Dan, Todd, Ryan, Vince, Chad, Clay, and Rob. Again, Mike, Eric, Dan, Todd, Ryan, Vince, Chad, Clay, and Rob. Idlers don't sound great. All right. Driver's ready, marshal's ready. On the tone, here we go. Sounds like we got a two-stroke out there.
After 30 seconds, the top
I'll be
drivers are
surprised
tail
if
whip,
Rob makes it
Old
through this
guys
one.
rule, and Dan Jefferson.
Caution on the roller, all clear. 1, 2, and 3, all in a tight battle up at the front. Caution on the front, yeah, all clear. 3 minutes on the clock.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are tail whip, Dan Jefferson, and Old guys rule.
Close battle right now between Ryan and Clay. And then between Mike and Eric. Dan fell back a couple seconds here.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are tail whip, Old guys rule, and Dan Jefferson. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are tail whip, Old guys rule, and Dan Jefferson.
All right, 1:50 on the clock. Mike leading us around Eric in the 2, Dan in 3, Todd in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Clay in the 6, Chad in the 7, Vince in the 8. 11.458 fast lap out of Dan. Mike fast lap 11.611. Eric fast lap 11.705.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Old guys rule, tail whip, and Dan Jefferson.
125 on the clock. Up next after this, we two-wheel drive modified.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are
55
Old
seconds.
guys rule, tail whip, and Dan Jefferson. .45 seconds left.
Battle between Dan and Eric is the one to watch. Caution at Chad, right in the middle at Chad, right in the middle at Chad.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Dan Jefferson, and Tail Whip.
Just a reminder, we will be doing podium pictures for top 3 in each class.
15 seconds left. Old Guys Rule done. Dan Jefferson done. Ryan Johnson done. Vince Lim done. Clay Folk done. Todd Powell done. Chad Kramer done. All drivers are finished. Tail Whip done.
Ah, jeez.
The race is completed.
All right, two-wheel drive modified A1.
Mr. A. Main. Justin Hall. Brad Borneal. Roger Same. Robert Bacozzi.
Give me 1 sec. Let me get this started and I'll hop down. I got checks on everyone. Let's get marshals out to the track. Order's going to go Bacozzi, Brad, Roger, Justin, and Josh. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready. On the tone, here we go.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Bacozzi on the 1, Brad on the 2, Roger on the 3, Justin on the 4, Josh on the 5.
2 minutes left. The top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
All right, no position change at the moment. 1:40 on the clock.
After After 2
130.
minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
One minute on the clock.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same.
50 seconds.
"45 seconds left.
Caution at Karen. Caution at Karen.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Brad Borneal, and Roger Same. "15 seconds left.
In 1 sec.
Brad Borneal done. Roger Same done.
Just waiting on Bacozzi and Metcalf.
Mr. Main done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Robert
that's a
Bacozzi
race.
done. The race is completed.
All right, 13.5 four-wheel drive is up.
Daniel Matz. Dan Jefferson.
Yeah.
All right, so A2 of 13.5 wheelers taking the stand. Jeff, Eric, Dan, Daniel, Mike, Ryan, Josh, Willie, and Emily. 2 mod will be out to Marshall. So 2 mod out to Marshall. Looks like we're going to go right into this. So 13.5 wheeler, A main, A2 to the stand. Phelps, Walzak, Jefferson, Mattis, Wynn, Johnson, Cody, Madden, and Weldon.
You heard from Kevin? That's fine. Again, Marshall's out to the track, please. Marshall's out to the track. 13.5 four-wheel drive is up. Looking for Phelps, Eric, Mike, Ryan, Josh, and Willie.
Old guys rule. Jeff Phelps. Josh Cody.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him. I don't know. He just took off.
Ryan Johnson. Tail whip.
All right, just waiting on Willie to go across the line here.
Willie Madden.
All right, there we go. We got checks on everyone. Order's going to go Jeff, Eric, Dan, Jefferson, Dan, Matz, Mike, Ryan, Josh, Willie, and Emily. Am I saying the last name right? Mattis. Okay, sorry.
Almost everybody gets it wrong.
I'm called Cannoli half the time, so.
Been all kinds of different.
Oh, yeah. All right. Driver's ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone, here we go. If I get a volunteer up to the top of the straightaway, please. If I get a volunteer marshal to the top of the straightaway. Anyone? Anyone? Maybe. No. Okay.
After 30 seconds,
3:30 on the
top
clock.
drivers are Jeff Phelps, Old Guys Rule, and Dan Jefferson.
Phelps leading us around, Eric in the 2, Jeppesen in the 3, Mike in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Josh in the 6, Dan in the 7, Emily in the 8,
After
Willie in the 9.
minutes
Fast
left,
lap
top
11-3,
drivers are
7.
Jeff Phelps,
Sorry, 11-3,
Old
2,
Guys
1
Rule,
out of Mike.
and Dan Jefferson.
All right, Phelps still leading us around, Eric in the 2, Jeppesen in 3, Mike in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Dan in the 6. We got Josh in the 7, Emily in the 8, Willie in the 9.
After 1
Fast lap
minute
3,
30 seconds,
11-3,
the
2,
top
1
drivers
out
are
of
Jeff Phelps,
Mike.
Old Guys Rule, and Dan
Caution
Jefferson.
getting on the straight, caution getting on the straight.
Two minutes left. The top drivers are Jeff Phelps,
55
Old Guys
seconds on
Rule,
the clock.
and Tail Whip.
$145.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Old Guys Rule, and Dan Jefferson.
Caution on the straightaway, caution on the straightaway, clear.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson.
All right, 50 seconds on the clock.
"45 seconds left.
"30 seconds. Phelps with a fast lap of
30 seconds
11-1.
left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Jeff Phelps, and Dan Jefferson. "15 seconds left. Tail Whip done. Willie Madden done. Ryan Johnson done. Emily Weldon done. Daniel Matz done.
So
Jeff
Phelps is
Phelps
going to take
done.
that one. Jefferson in 2,
Jefferson
Eric in 3,
done.
Mike in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Dan in the
Josh
6,
Cody
Josh
done.
in the 7, Willie in the 8, Emily
All
in the 9.
drivers are finished. Old Guys Rule done. The race is completed.
Phelps, though, 11-1, though. All right, Sportsman A2.
Graydon Edwards. Scott Hafner. Brent Edwards. Eric Rosen. Matt Rigsby.
All right, need Willie, Ryan, and Woody to check in. Again, Willie, Ryan, and Woody. Did they go home?
Willie Madden.
I don't say I'm going to run it. All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready. On the tone, here we go. I guess so. It was just Ryan and Woody that went left, I think. Caution straight away, caution straight away.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Scott Hafner, and Eric Rosen.
First 45 seconds, we got Graydon on the 1, Scott on the 2, Eric in 3, Willie in the 4, Brad in the 5, Brent in the 6.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Scott Hafner, and Eric Rosen. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Scott Hafner, and Eric Rosen.
Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. See, we got Graydon on the 1, Scott on the 2, Eric in the 3, Willie in the 4, Matt in the 5. 2:10 on the clock. Up next after this will be 13.5 Stadium Truck. Caution straight away, caution straight away, caution on the sweeper, caution on the sweeper.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Scott Hafner, and Eric Rosen.
Caution at Chad, caution at Chad. Ryan, today is not your day for marshalling. Gotta get you some steel-toed boots. All right, Graydon still
After
leading
2
us
minutes,
around. Eric in the 2,
31
Scott in the 3, Willie
the
in the
top
4,
drivers
Matt in
are
the
Graydon
5.
Edwards, Eric Rosen, and Scott Hafner. One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top
55
drivers
seconds.
are Graydon Edwards, Eric Rosen, and Scott Hafner. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Graydon Edwards, Eric Rosen, and Scott
All right,
Hafner.
Graydon's still out in the 1 with 20 seconds on the clock. Eric in the 2, Scott in 3, Willie in the 4, Matt in the 5.
15 seconds left. Graydon Edwards done. Scott Hafner done. Matt Rigsby done. Eric Rosen done. All drivers are finished.
All right,
Willie
that's
Madden
a race.
done. The race is completed. Daniel Matz, Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, Brian Matz, Vince Lim.
Zach, are you gonna make this one? Okay. I got here at 12 today. I got here at 12 today because I forgot it was Friday. Oh no. And I normally open on Thursdays, and I was under the impression it was Thursday. I got here, and then Kevin got here. I was like, that's weird for. That's 12 hours. And I didn't take a lunch, so I haven't eaten today. So. All right, let's get drivers lined up. I need Zach to go across the line here. Just need a 1 minute call. Okay, 1 minute call here.
Zach Marcinkiewicz,
All right, order's gonna go Dan, Jeff, Dan, Vince, Brian, and Zach. So Jefferson, Phelps, Dan, Vince, Brian, and Zach. Dan, what are you doing? All right. Again, Jefferson, Phelps, Dan, Vince, Brian, and Zach. All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready, on the tone. Here we go. And that's the race. Jeff's going to take it. All right, Jeff out in the 1, Dan in the 2.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Daniel Matz.
All right, after the first minute here, we got Phelps out in the 1, Jefferson in the 2,
Area
Dan
one
in the
left.
3, Vince in the
top
4, Brian in the
drivers are
5,
Jeff
Zach in the
Phelps,
6,
Dan
fast out
Jefferson,
11, 4, 2,
and Daniel
7.
Matz.
Just a reminder, we will be doing podium pictures, top 3 drivers in each class. 2:45 on the clock.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Daniel Matz.
All right, we got 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes left. After 2 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
Jake, you should put on more Baja racing. That was cool. All right, 1:30 on the clock. We have Phelps out in the 1, Jefferson in the 2, Vince in the 3, Brian
After
in the
2
4.
minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Vince Lim.
Dan getting a little friendly there with the marshals. Vince cartwheels it through Karen. All right, 1 minute call here for 13.5 short course.
1 minute left. After 3 minutes 2 seconds, the top drivers are Jeff Phelps, Dan Jefferson, and Brian Matz. "45 seconds left.
Caution sweeper, caution sweeper.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 32 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Jeff Phelps, and Brian Matz.
All right. We have 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds left.
He's gone AFK. No one's heard from him. Steve? Yeah, no one's heard from him. Because he was going to do a body for me, and I haven't heard from him in several months, and no one else has heard from him. Yep.
Daniel Matz done. Dan Jefferson done.
I'm bummed
Jeff
though, 'cause
Phelps
he's really,
done.
really good.
Vince Lim done. All drivers are finished.
I know Jack Lee gets
Brian
good
Matz
bodies
done.
though right now.
The race is completed.
All right, short course is up here. Best race of the night. Okay. Again, reminder, we'll take podium
Josh
pictures
Cody.
for top 3 in each class.
Chad Kramer. James Paulson.
Dan, if you want, I'll even let you take a picture with Jeff. So I'll even
Carlo
let you
D.
take a picture with Jeff
Rob Hunter.
if you win. Yeah.
Vince Lim.
All right. Let's get Mike checked in here.
Tail whip.
Mike, I think you should do the Tacoma body next. All right, we got checks on everyone. Order's going to go Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Josh, Carlo, and Rob. Again, Vince, Mike, James, Chad, Josh, Carlo, and Rob. Drivers ready. Marshall's ready. On the tone, here we go. Caution on the straightaway. All right, that's going to put Josh out in the 1, James in the 2, Chad in the 3, Carlo in the 4, Vince in the 5, Mike in the 6, and now a complete upset again.
After
Chad
30
now on the
seconds,
1,
The top
Vince in
drivers
the
are
2,
Josh
Mike in
Cody,
the 3,
James Paulson,
Carlo
and
in the
Chad
4,
Kramer.
James in the 5, Josh in the 6, Rob in the 7. Getting a little chaotic out there at the front of the grid.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and Vince Lim.
.245 on the clock. We got Mike out in the 1, Chad in the 2. I think Josh in 3, Carlo in the 4, Vince in the 5, Rob in the 6, James in the 7.
After 1 minute 31 seconds, The top drivers are Tail Whip, Chad Kramer, and James Paulson.
Two minutes on the clock. Fast lap goes to Vince
2
with the
minutes left. 2 minutes 1
12.844.
second. The top drivers
Caution
are
getting on
Tail
the straight,
Whip,
caution getting
Chad
on the
Kramer,
straight.
and Vince Lim.
Mike still leading us around. Chad in the 2. Vince in 3. Josh the 4. Carlo in 5. Rob in 6. James in the 7.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds.
Caution getting on the
top
straight, caution
drivers
getting
are
on the
Tail
straight.
Whip, Chad Kramer, and Vince Lim.
1:20 on the clock.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Chad Kramer, Tail Whip, and Vince Lim.
50 seconds on the clock.
"45 seconds left.
"35 seconds on the clock. Chad looking to take this one.
"30 seconds left. After 3 minutes 31 seconds. The top drivers are Chad Kramer, Tail Whip, and Vince Lim.
20 seconds on the clock. Upset at the top of the grid.
15 seconds
That's
left.
going to put Mike out in the 1, Vince in the 2, Chad in the 3. We get one more lap here.
Chad Kramer done. Rob Hunter done. Josh Cody done. Carlo D done. James Paulson done. Tail Whip done. All drivers are finished. Vince Lim done. The race is completed.
All right, A2 of Stock Buggy is up. All right, let's get drivers checked in here.
Dan Jefferson. Todd Powell. Ryan Johnson. Chad Kramer. Clay Folk. Vince Lim. Old Guys Rule. Tail Whip.
All right, got checks on everyone. Let's get lined up on the straightaway. Order's going to go Mike, Eric, Dan, Todd, Ryan, Vince, Chad, and Clay. All right, drivers ready, marshals ready, on the tone. Here we go. Caution at Karen. After that, we got Eric on the 1, Dan in the 2, Todd in the 3, Mike in the 4, Clay in the 5, Vince in the 6, Ryan in the 7, Chad in the 8.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Dan Jefferson, and Todd Powell.
Better go get your real speed, Spring. Everybody's on the bandwagon.
3:15 on the clock.
After 1 minute left, the top drivers are Old Guys Rule, Dan Jefferson, and Todd Powell.
.245 on the clock. So we have Jefferson now in the 1, Eric in the 2, Todd in the 3, Clay in the 4, Ryan in the 5, Chad in the 6, Mike in the 7, Vince in the 8. Fast lap 11.580 out of Jefferson. 2:35 on the clock. Everyone gapped out about a second
After
now.
1 minute 30 seconds.
Gap between 1 and
the
2 is
top drivers are
1.6
Dan
seconds.
Jefferson,
Between 2 and 3,
Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell.
0.246 seconds back.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule,
1:55
and Todd
on the
Powell.
clock. Caution over at Chad. Caution on the double.
After 2 minutes 31 seconds, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell.
1:20 on the clock.
One minute left. After 3 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell. .45 seconds left.
.35 seconds on the clock. Up next after this, two-wheel drive modified.
30 seconds left. After
30-second call for
31
two-wheel drive
seconds,
modified.
The top drivers are Dan Jefferson, Old Guys Rule, and Todd Powell. .15 seconds left. Old Guys Rule done. Ryan Johnson done. Vince Lim done. Tail Whip done. Todd Powell done. Clay Folk done. Chad Kramer done. All drivers are finished. Dan Jefferson done. The race is completed.
All right, last race of the night, two-wheel drive modified. Let's get Marshall out to the track, drivers up to the stand. Reminder, if you are in the top 3 for your class tonight, please stick around for photos.
Roger same. Mr. A. Main. Brad Borneal. Justin Hall. Robert Bacozzi.
All right, no speed, no speedless. Got checks on everyone. Order's going to go Bacozzi, Brad, Roger, Justin, and Josh. All right, driver's ready, marshal's ready, on the tone. Here we go. Caution at Karen, caution at Karen. His tower cap came off. Thanks. All right, 3:35 on the clock. We got Bacozzi on the 1, Roger on the 2, Brad on 3, Josh on the 4, Justin in the 5.
After 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal. After 1 minute, 3 minutes left, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal.
.240 on the clock. We got Bacozzi on the 1, Roger on the 2, Brad on 3, Justin on the 4, Josh in the 5. Justin, fast lap 10.999.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top
Bacozzi
drivers
11
are
flat,
Robert Bacozzi,
Roger 11
Roger
flat,
Same,
Brad
and
11
Borneal.
1, Metcalf 12.9.
After 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, the top drivers are Robert Bacozzi, Roger Same, and Brad Borneal.
Caution at Chad, caution at Chad. Roger now 10.946
1
fast
minute
lap.
after 3 minutes 1 second.
Roger out
The
22
top drivers
410.
are Roger Same, Brad Borneal, and Robert Bacozzi. .45 seconds left.
40 seconds.
.30 seconds left. After 3 minutes
Bacozzi new
31
fast lap
seconds,
10.837.
the top drivers are Brad Borneal, Roger Same, and Robert Bacozzi. .15 seconds left.
Caution straightaway, caution straightaway. Stay inside, stay inside, stay inside.
Brad Borneal done. Robert Bacozzi done. Mr. Amain done. Roger Same done. All drivers are finished.
All right, that's
Justin
the race.
Hall done. The race is completed.
Podium pictures. Two-wheel drive modified. We have Bacozzi, Brad, and Roger. Stock buggy, we have Dan, Eric, and Todd. Short course, got Vince, Mike, and Chad. Stadium truck, we have Dan, Jeff, and Brian. Sportsman, Graydon, Eric, and Scott. And 13.5 four-wheel drive, Jeff, Dan, and Mike.
Chad Kramer, Zach Marcinkiewicz, Matt Rigsby, 13-4. Seth Rhodes, 14 flat. Thirteen flat. 15-4. 15-9. 12-7. 13-8. 14-2. 12-5. 13 flat. 13-9. 12-6. Willie Madden, 59 flat. 14-3. 13-7. 12-6. 13-2. 15-1. 13-9. 12-3. 13-4. 21.3. 22 flat. 32.8. 12-5. 13-8. 50 flat. 13-5. 13-9. 12-7. 14-3. 14-3. 14-1. 12-6. 12-7. 13-5. 14-4. 14 flat. 12-3. 20.3. 15-2. 13-4. 12-4. 13-6. 14-1. 13-6. 14-3. 12-6. 13-4. 13-8. 14 flat. 12-6. 14-1. 12-6. 14-1. 12-3. 12-5. 13-7. 13-5. 12-3. 13 flat. 31.1. 12-2. 15-4. 14-1. 11-6. 32 flat. 12-3. 12-6. 13-6. 12-3. 12-9. 27.3. 30.1. 13-5. 12-7. 13-1. 13-7. 16-6. 12-6. 12-8. 13-9. 14-6. 12-6. 16-2. 13-2, 12-5, 15-1, 13-3, 14 flat, 12-5, 50.5, tail whip, 17-8, 13-1, 13 flat, 13-7, 12-6, 14 flat, 13-7, 12-6, 12-6, 13-2, 25.6, 24.9, 21.6, 14 flat, 56.4, 12-1, 14 flat, 14-1, 12-8, 13-7, 15-6, 12-9, 13-1, 12-3, 13 flat, 13-1, 11-6, 19-9, 14-6, 13-3, 11-4, 13-3, 13-4, 11-5, 59.9, 13-5, 20 flat, 11-5, 13-5, 12-6, 13-2, 24.2, 14 flat, 12-9, 11-8, 13-6, 13-3, 15-2, 13-8, 12-8, 13-2, 14 flat, 13-3, 14-1, 13-9, 16 flat, 15-1, 57 flat, 18-6, 13-6, 12-5, 13-5, 13-1, 14 flat, 13-6, 12-3, 28.3, 12-1, 19-2, 14 flat, Willie Madden. 20.9. Twenty-three point 6. 13.6. 14.5. 20 flat. 13.5. 18.2. 49.3. 13.8. 21.6. 14.6. 13.5. 14.8. 13.1. 13.5. 13.5. 12.9. 23.8. 25.2. 12.9. 13.9. 43.8. 14.4. 10.4. 13.1. 11.9. 13.1. 14.5. 35.3. 26.5. 13.8. 'Todd Powell. 26 flat. 23.1. 14.5. 13.6. 13.6. 11.6. 14.3. 13.2. 14.6. 13 flat.